Shanti, this is the Sakar Murli of 9 of October 2024. Essence. Sweet children, you cannot claim the kingdom of the world with physical power. For this, you need the power of yoga. This is the law. Question. In which aspect of himself is Shiv Baba amazed? Answer. Baba said, just look what a wonder it is. Although I teach you this, I have not studied it with anyone. No one is my father, no one is my teacher or guru. I do not take rebirth in the world cycle. Yet I tell you the story of all your births. I do not enter the cycle of 84 births, but I give you this accurate knowledge of the cycle. Om Shanti. The spiritual father makes you into spinners of the discus of self realization. That is, you come to know the cycle of 84 births. You did not know it previously. You have now come to know this from the Father. You definitely enter the cycle of 84 births. I give you children this knowledge of the cycle of 84 births. I am Swadarsan Chakradhari, but I do not enter into the cycle of 84 births practically. From this, you can understand that Shiva, the Father, has all of this knowledge. You Brahmins know that you now become spinners of the discus of self realization. Baba does not become this. So, how does he gain experience? It is we who become experienced. From where does Baba gain the experience so that he is able to tell us about it? You should have the practical experience. The Father says, I am called the ocean of knowledge, but I do not enter the cycle of 84 births. So, from where do I obtain this knowledge? A teacher teaches, so he must surely have studied from someone what he teaches. How did Shiv Baba study? How does he know about the cycle of 84 births when he himself does not take 84 births? It is because the Father is the seed that he knows. He himself does not enter the cycle of 84 births, but he can explain everything to you. This too is a wonder. It is not that the Father has studied any scriptures, etc. It is said that this knowledge is fixed within him according to the drama, and so he speaks it to you. Therefore, he is a wonderful teacher. You should be amazed. This is why he has been given such great name as Ishwar, Prabhu, the knower of all secrets, etc. You are wonderstruck at how God is filled with all of this knowledge. Where did he obtain it that he is able to explain it to you? He does not have a father who gave him birth and explained it to him. You are all brothers, and he alone is your father, the seed. He sits here and gives you children so much knowledge. He says, I do not take 84 births, you do. So the question would surely arise, Baba, how did you come to know all of this? Baba said, children, according to the eternal drama, this knowledge which I teach you is in me from the beginning. This is why I am called God, the highest on high. He himself does not enter the cycle, but he has all the knowledge of the beginning, middle, and end of the whole world. Therefore, you children should experience so much happiness. From where did he acquire the knowledge of the cycle of 84 births? You receive it from the Father. The Father has the original knowledge. He is called knowledgeful. He did not study with anyone, yet he is called knowledgeful because he has the original knowledge. This is a wonder. That is why this study is remembered as the most elevated study. Children are amazed by the Father. Why is he called knowledgeful? This is the first thing to understand, and then what is the second aspect? When you show this picture to people, they say to you, this Brahma must have his own soul in him, And when he becomes Narayan, he must also have his own soul. Therefore, there are two souls, one of Brahma and the other of Narayan. However, if you think about it, there are not two separate souls. There is only the one soul. That is only a sample of a deity that is shown. This Brahma becomes Vishnu, that is, he becomes Narayan. These are called deep matters. The Father gives you very deep knowledge which no one except the Father can teach. Therefore, Brahma and Vishnu are not two souls. So, are there two souls of Saraswati and Lakshmi, or is it one? There is only one soul but two bodies. This Saraswati later becomes Lakshmi. Therefore, there is only one soul. The same soul takes 84 births. This is something to be understood. Brahmins become deities, and then deities become warriors. Souls shed their bodies and take others. It is the same soul, but this sample is to show how Brahmins become deities. The meaning of Hamsa is very good. These are called deep aspects. First of all, you have to understand that you are all children of the one Father. All souls are originally residents of the Supreme Abode. They come here to play their parts. This is a play. The Father sits here and gives you the news of this play. Originally, the Father knew this. No one taught him. He who has the knowledge of this cycle of 84 births now tells it to you. Then later you forget it. So, how could a scripture of it be created? The Father has not studied any scriptures. Then, how does he come and tell you new things? For half a cycle, there is the path of devotion. This aspect too is not in the scriptures. Those scriptures are created on the path of devotion according to the drama. Your intellects have a great deal of knowledge of this drama from its beginning to the end. Say Baba definitely has to take the support of a human body. He sits here in the body of Brahma and gives you this knowledge of the world cycle. By telling tall stories, human beings have made the duration of the cycle very long. The new world becomes old. The new world is called heaven and the old world is called hell. There is only the one world. Deities live in the new world, whereas there is limitless happiness. The whole world is new at that time. It is now called the old world. The very name is the Iron Aged world. It is the same as saying Old Delhi and New Delhi. The Father explains, sweetest children, in the new world there will be New Delhi. They call it New Delhi here in this old world. How can this be called new? The Father explains that there will be New Delhi in the new world in which Lakshmi and Narayan will rule. That will be called the Golden Age. You will rule over the whole of Bharat. Your throne will be on the banks of the Jamuna. At the end, the throne of Ravan's kingdom too will be there. The throne of Rama's kingdom will be there. But it will not be called Delhi. It is called Paristan, brackets land of angels. After that, a name is given to the kingdom according to whichever king rules. At this time, all of you are in this old world. You are studying to go to that new world. You are once again becoming deities from human beings. The Father is the one who is teaching you. You know that the highest on high Father has come down here in order to teach you Raj Yoga. You are now at the confluence age, and this old iron aged world is about to end. The Father has given you the account of this. I enter the body of Brahma. Human beings don't know which Brahma this is. They have heard of Brahma, the father of people. You are the people of Brahma. This is why you call yourselves Brahma Kumars and Kumaris. In fact, you incorporeal souls are the children of Shiv Baba. You belong to the clan of Shiva. In this corporeal world, you are brothers and sisters, the children of Prajapita Brahma. There is no other relationship. At this time, you forget all of your iron aged relationships because there is bondage in them. You are going to the new world. Brahmins have top knots. A top knot is the symbol of you Brahmins. This is the clan of you Brahmins. Those Brahmins belong to the Iron Age. Brahmins are usually guides. One set of Brahmins accepts offerings of food, and the other set of Brahmins narrates the Gita. You Brahmins now relate this Gita. They relate the Gita and you too relate the Gita, but just look how much difference there is. You say that Krishna cannot be called God. Krishna is called a deity. He has divine virtues. He can be seen with the physical eyes. You can see in the Shiva temple that Shiva does not have a body of his own. He is the Supreme Soul. That is, He is God. There is no meaning in the names Ishwar, Prabhu, Bhagwan, etc. God is the Supreme Soul where you are non supreme. Just look, there is so much difference between you souls and that soul. You souls are now studying with the Supreme Soul. He has not studied anything with anyone. He is the Father. You call the Supreme Father the Supreme Soul. Father. You also call him teacher and guru. He is one. No other soul can become the Father, teacher, and guru. There is only the one Supreme Soul, brackets Paramatma, who is called the Supreme. Everyone first needs a father, then a teacher, and lastly a guru. The Father also says, I become your father, then your teacher, and then I also become the Satguru who grants salvation. There are many gurus, but there is only the one guru who can grant salvation. The Father says, I grant salvation to all of you. When you are in the golden age, all the rest will be in the land of peace, which is called the supreme abode. In the golden age, there was the original eternal deity religion. There were no other religions at that time because all the other souls had returned to the land of liberation. The golden age is called salvation. Whilst playing your parts, you come into degradation. You are the ones who come into degradation after being in salvation. You are the ones who take the full 84 births. At that time, as are the king and queen, so the subjects. 900,000 will come at first. The calculation is that 900,000 will take 84 births. Then others will continue to come later on. The Father explains that not everyone takes 84 births. Only those who come at the beginning will take 84 births. Then those who come later will take fewer births. The maximum is 84. No other human beings know these matters. Only the Father sits here and explains this. It is written in the Gita, God speaks. You have now come to know that Krishna did not create the original eternal deity religion. It was the Father who established it. The Krishna soul heard this knowledge at the end of his 84 births, and so he became the first one again. These things have to be understood. You have to study every day. You are God's students. God speaks, I make you into the kings of kings. This is the old world. The new world means the golden age. It is now the iron age. The Father comes and changes impure humans of the iron age into pure deities of the golden age. This is why iron aged human beings call out, Baba, come and purify us. Changes from iron aged impure human beings into pure golden aged deities. Look how great the difference is. There is limitless sorrow in the iron age. If a child is born, they are happy. Tomorrow, if he dies, they are unhappy. They experience sorrow throughout their lives. This is a world of sorrow. The Father is now establishing a world of happiness. He is making you into the deities of heaven. You are now at the most auspicious confluence age. You are becoming the most elevated man and women. You come here in order to become Lakshmi or Narayan. Students have yoga with their teacher because they understand that they will become so and so by studying with him. Here you have yoga with the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, Shiva, who makes you into deities. He says, Salagram, children, remember me, your father. Consider yourselves to be souls and remember me, your Father. He alone is knowledgeful. The Father narrates the true Gita to you, even though he himself has not studied it. He says, neither am I anyone's child, nor have I studied with anyone. I do not have a guru, yet I become the Father, the teacher, and the guru of you children. He is called the Supreme Soul. He knows the entire world from its beginning through the middle to the end. You cannot know the beginning, middle, and end until He comes and narrates it all. By understanding this cycle, you become rulers of the globe. This Baba is not teaching you. Say, Baba enters this one and teaches you souls. This is a new aspect and it only takes place at the confluence age. This old world is to end. The wealth of some will be buried underground and the wealth of others will be looted. Baba tells the children to open schools and museums to bring benefit to many and make them into deities once again. So many can go there and claim the inheritance of happiness. It is now the kingdom of Ravan. There was happiness in the kingdom of Rama. There is sorrow in the kingdom of Ravan because everyone has become vicious. It is a viceless world. Lakshmi and Narayan also have children, but there is the power of yoga there. The Father is teaching you the power of yoga. You become master of the world through the power of yoga. No one can become the master of the world through physical power. The law does not allow that. You children are claiming your sovereignty of the whole world through the power of yoga. This is such an elevated study. The Father says, first of all, make a promise for purity. By becoming pure, you will become the masters of the pure world. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost, and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father Bap Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to you, spiritual children, and the spiritual children say Namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for Dharana number 1. Forget all your iron-aged relationships which have now become bondages and consider yourself to be a confluence-aged Brahmin. Listen to the true Gita and relate it to others. Second, this old world is going to end, therefore use everything you have in a worthwhile way. In order to benefit many, in order to change ordinary humans into deities, open schools and museums. Blessing, may you be a tolerant and tolerate every situation with love by understanding the Father's orders. Some children say that although they are right, it is they who have to tolerate everything and die in every situation. However, to tolerate or to die in this way means to claim a number in the subject of dharana. Therefore, do not be afraid of having to tolerate something. Some children do tolerate things, but there is a difference between tolerating something out of compulsion and tolerating it out of love. You are not tolerating it because of the situation, but it is the Father's orders to be tolerant. So, to consider it to be an order to tolerate things out of love means to transform yourself when you receive marks for that. Slogan, those who always eat the nourishment of happiness remain constantly healthy. Slogan, those who always eat the nourishment of happiness remain constantly healthy. Om Shanti.